A woman stands in a queue. She's been there since before the sun came up and she's not alone. Another woman stands in front of her. Another woman stands behind her. And this triplet is surrounded by dozens and dozens of women, all with their coats wrapped up tight around them and their children clutched tight to their legs. And all of them thinking the same pleading question. Please let there be enough when I get to the front. This is daily life in Berlin 110 years ago, at the height of the Great War. Her husband's most recent letter arrived 6 weeks ago and she's desperately trying not to think about what that means. In the marbled corridors of power across town, the men of the German Imperial Command aren't unaware of her plight. This coal crisis is a threat to their ability to continue with their war effort. Every hour of artificial light across Germany burns resources that they can scarcely afford to replace. Since the British had begun to blockade Germany, the resource noose had been growing tighter and tighter by the day. Unable to lift the blockade in the face of the almighty power of the Royal Navy, there was a very real possibility of having to surrender in the face of this pressure, rather than in any sort of heroic warrior-style military defeat upon the battlefields. From somewhere, the creative recesses of some visionary mind, came a question. What if we just moved the clocks forward? On April 30th, 1916, at the height of World War I, the German Empire set its clocks forward by 1 hour. The results were immediate. That mother in Berlin got 1 more hour of natural light before the lamps had to be lit. Multiply this across 65 million people, every single evening, the relief on resources was real. Britain, facing its own resource shortage as all of the miners had enlisted in the forces, followed suit within weeks. Then France, then Italy, then Russia, then Australia, the most powerful military nations in human history, looked at what Germany did in desperation and copied it, because it worked. One simple reframe, 8 is now 9. Here's what I like about this story. The solution existed before anyone thought to look for it, baked into the assumption that time was fixed, that since the advent of the railway, the clock was a sacred thing that couldn't be touched. How much of the rest of life is like that? Where an easier and better way of living is just waiting to be discovered, and it won't even feel forced, but will feel as natural as waking up with the sunrise. From checking the screen time counter on my phone, I've just reclaimed an hour of my life every day simply by removing the Instagram app off my phone. So for me, it's like I'm living on double summertime right now. Plus I feel happier and less anxious. Now I'm not immediately bombarded with the artificial highlights of everyone's life the second I open my eyes. And what's amazing is from how addicted I seem to be before, there's been no withdrawal effects. And I can't wait to find the next easy solution that I haven't thought of to some problem that I've had for as long as I can remember. If you've enjoyed this little story, why not tap subscribe to support more work like this? And I've got some freebies with your name on it via the link on my page. So cheers for watching.